Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Undisputed Podcast. Me and my co-host Jeff are going through two matches from each pay-per-view starting in 1997. Today, we just hit WrestleMania 13. Jeff's pick for this pay-per-view happened to be Triple H versus Goldust. Actually, Hunter Hearst Helmsley was his name at the time. He had not yet become Triple H. So we start off with an interview with Hunter Hearst Helmsley, who is with China, who we don't know a lot about yet. He tells the interviewer that you don't need to know anything about China, and Hunter says that Marlena had her shot, but she turned it down. So Hunter comes out first, then Goldust comes out second. It starts out with, this is personal because of Goldust's wife Marlena. So he starts out with a clothesline right off the get-go and just starts hammering Hunter. Bounces against the ropes and does that vintage Goldust move where he drops down to his knees and he punches him in the face. You know, the move that everybody loves. By the way, this Goldust feller kind of looks like Dustin Rhodes from AEW. I'm not saying they're related or anything, but they look the same. Maybe it's just doppelganger. I don't know. But Goldust winds up hitting an atomic drop on Hunter, and then he clotheslines him over the top rope. He ties Triple H to the ropes, by his arms where they're caught between the top and the middle rope and they can't move. While he's hanging on the outside. And then he ends up punching him just repeatedly because he's defenseless, and then kicks him in the face, followed by a clothesline back into the ring. Then when they get back in the ring, Triple H hits his face buster, kind of a botch. He doesn't really hit it very well. Then bounces against the ropes and Goldust counters with a power slam. Hunter sends Goldust, Goldust climbs up to the top rope, and then Hunter pushes Goldust off, and he falls to the ground and smacks his face on the ring apron. Like, it actually looked like it actually hurt. Like, it's not like something that looks staged. I mean, I'm sure it didn't hurt, but like, it looked bad. Then Triple H hits an axe handle from the top rope. He gets a 2 count on that. He starts stomping Goldust in the corner, but the ref is not counting at all. I mean, he stomps Goldust probably for 25 seconds here. And the ref doesn't count at all. I have no idea why. Hunter hits a swinging neckbreaker, gets a 2 count. Then he pulls on the abdominal stretch and starts using the top rope for leverage because, that's the heel thing to do. Nobody ever taps out to an abdominal stretch, though, Goldust, so you'll be alright. Goldust winds up using like a little hip toss to counter to get him off, but then Triple H hits his famous high knee to the face and gets a 2 count on Goldust. Goldust hits a low blow that's not as effective as other low blows for some reason, and Triple H ends up suplexing him anyways. You get a DDT from Hunter right after that, pretty good looking DDT. Goldust ends up countering to a backslide, gets a 2 count, then he gets a cradle in 2 count, and Hunter counters with a clothesline. I keep wanting to call him Triple H just because that's what I'm used to. But he's not that yet, so I'm going to continue to try to call him Hunter. Goldust runs across the ring and hits the ropes and then crossbodies Hunter. He gets a 2 count there, and then they bounce against the ropes and they kind of run into each other like a little headbutt. Then Hunter jumps off the top rope and Goldust knocks him out with his ass. It was kind of weird. But yeah. And then they sends Hunter into the turnbuckle and then a back body drop. And then he bounces against the ropes and it's a bulldog to Hunter and gets a 2 count. Goldust ends up distracted by China stalking Marlena. And then he turns around and he gets pedigreed for the 1, 2, 3. So, my thoughts on this match. It was pretty good. When Jeff picked this match, I was a little meh because I thought there were better matches on the card that I think we could have chose. But that's the cool thing about having two hosts is they get to pick their own matches, right? I don't get to pick every match that we do, and I kind of got to go along with it. But I will say that I am pleasantly surprised with how entertaining this match was. It wasn't the greatest match in the world, don't get me wrong. But it was better than what I anticipated it being. There were definitely dud spots, but I think that's because Triple H is a wrestling technician, and he's the heel, so he's going to sit there and work over Goldust for a while, before Goldust builds up his momentum and comes back. Now, there were lots of spots in this match though that were just exciting, and you were like, okay, I'm starting to get into it. Like I was really rooting for Goldust for a while in this match. So it was just fun. And then once you see the distraction with China, you know, they use the unknown, and obviously she's built like a physical freak. So they have her distract or go after. She didn't touch Marlena. She wants to walk after, and Goldust is already concerned, being that that's her husband. So hits the pedigree, and you knew it was over then. So I would say, you know, it was a pretty good match. I had to rate it out of 5 stars. I'd probably give it 10 stars. I do 10 stars. That's right. I'd probably get a 5 out of 10. That's not bad for a single match. With no title on the line. You know, they did some good storytelling here. They obviously were pretty good at that back in these days. So yeah, better than I anticipated this being. So there's that. So that's the match. Check it out, definitely. I definitely don't think you'd be disappointed if you checked out this match for sure, especially like back when Goldust could move really well. You know, it's cool to see Triple H before he was Triple H here. Hunter Hearst Helmsley character really evolved since this time. So yeah. Anyways, we'll see what Jeff has to say, and talk to you guys later.